నిండు పున్నవేళ మబ్బు కమ్ముకొచ్చి సింహ సీకటల్లిపోతుంటే నీ గమ్యం గందరగోళం. దిక్కు తోచకుండా తల్లడిల్లిపోతూ పల్లటిల్లిపోయి నీ ఉంటే తీరేనా నీ ఆరాటం. ఏ హేతువో నుదుటి రాతల్ని మార్చిందో నిశితంగా తెలిసేదెలా. రేపేటవునో తేలాలంటే నీ ఉనికి ఉండాలిగా. ఓ ఆటు పోటు గుండె మాటుల్లోనా సాగేనా ఆశాపాసం బందీ సేసేలే. సాగే కాలం ఆడే ఆటేలే. తీరం సేరేలోగానే ఏ తీరవునో. I recorded this song almost 7 years ago, but it still resonates with millions of Telugu people all over the world. Hello all, I am Anurag Kulkarni, and I am here today to not discuss the present, not to take you into my future or pull you back into my past. I don't have a time machine like we see in the Back to the Future or our Telugu film 24, our Indian film 24. But for an artist, time is not something that can be defined. We don't operate with any tense like present tense, future tense or past tense. We only need some sense, and that sense is to be timeless. And I believe that an artist, when he creates some timeless work, only when his purpose of being an artist is served. So this is what I'll be discussing today, along with some self-observations, experiments and lessons that shaped my life and my journey so far. I want to take a stoic approach to keep things universal. A decade ago, I stood at a crossroads choosing between becoming a software engineer or a musician. Both the paths revolve around numbers, statements and commands, one dealing with calculations and the other with musical notes and emotions. I chose the latter and I'm here today. And as a singer, I have noticed that singing is the purest form of human expression. Do you guys agree? Yeah, so now I spoke about the software thing and also the music thing, but what is the connection between numbers and musical notes? Do you guys find it tricky? Or yes or no? Okay, let's see. So what are the basic numbers that we know? 1, 2, 3 and 4, right? So what if we add some musical notes to that, and let's see what sort of an impact it can create. So it was already done, and I've taken this song just that it's so popular, and I guess you all can relate with this song where it goes like 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13. So see, like when we are adding some musical notes to the numbers, the impact that it can create is huge, and I guess everybody here can relate with this song. And for an other example, if I would request you guys to not leave me from this place, I can also request you by saying it impactfully by singing अभी न जाओ छोड़ कर के दिल अभी भरा नहीं. Because I have a few more minutes to speak, and on my journey through life I have two important people to thank for. And while different nations in the world are searching for peace, India has been a home for peace through yoga, meditation, and we all advocate non-violence since ages, and I mean since countless time. So the first person who I want to be grateful always for is a saint from Mysore, Sri Ganapati Sachidananda Swamiji, who initiated me into music in a yogic way. And the second person is my Hindustani classical music guru, Pandit Sri Kakunuri Jangaya sir, who taught me Hindustani classical music. And because of this unique combination of gurus, I realized that pursuing art is about focusing on growth and refinement rather than chasing success or recognition. As a child, I used to sing bhajans dedicated to my guru, Sri Ganapati Sachidananda Swamiji. One of them goes like, Annapurna ज्ञानपूर्णा सा ददातु मे धियमुदीर्णा जयतु पावना जयतु शोभना जयतु निस्तुला जयतु निश्चला अन्नपूर्णा ज्ञानपूर्णा सा ददातु मे धियमुदीर्णा. And again, when I was exploring Rag Bhimpalasi with my guru Pandit Kakanuri Jangaya sir, so we went into khayal, saying like so this unique combination of having like a devotional angle to that and combining that with Hindustani classical music, this helped me conceive a song called Pranavalaya from the film Shyam Singh Roy. So this song goes like Pranavalaya pahi paripalaya paramesi kamalalaya Shri Devi కురిపించవే కరుణాంబురాసి ధీం తానా జతులతో ప్రాణమే నాట్యం చేసే గతులతో నామశతమ్ముల నతులతో నా పైన నీ చూపు ఆపేలా శరణంటినే జనని నాద వినోదిని భువన పాలిని వే అనాథ రక్షణ నీ విధి కాదటే మొరవిని చేరవటే ఏ And now, staying focused on my process, I began to have new set of dreams. This is a transition phase from simply going with the flow to the direction I wanted my career to take and design my own career, like how I want to project myself. With a consistent process in place, I started envisioning the next phase of my journey. So as a singer, I always wanted to explore different vocal modulations to stand out from the crowd. So since childhood, I loved many stories, and over time, I started analyzing what story each song or character was trying to convey. So then, playback singing is, after all, enacting the enacting the musical emotions of characters on screen. This thought led me to a fascinating realization. So then I thought, if a single mind, that of Sri Vedavyasa, has weaved a beautiful story that had 1400 plus characters called the Mahabharata, why can't I actually try to imagine, thinking of different voice modulations, like how, each different character can emote in a different way. So initially this approach was just an experiment, and it was a trial and error process in my mind, and I used to try and, sing it for the songs, and sometimes it failed and sometimes it clicked, but later, when it actually worked and when it started reflecting in my work, I had a new challenge that I should not become monotonous with a similar approach. So then I actually had this power to choose my work, and like I started analyzing the patterns, and I started developing this thing called intuition. Because when we are trying to entertain our own self as an artist, only then we can reflect that emotion with the audiences. So that's when I started choosing my work, and when things started working for me, this reinforced a new lesson for me, which is very important, that intuition is not some supernatural gift only a few gifted people possess, but it is an innate ability that everyone has, but we just have to tap it. To give you more insight on what I tried with the vocal modulations, I just will actually give you a couple of examples of songs that I've tried. So a song, like one of the most popular song in Telugu goes like కోరుకున్న ప్రేయసివే దూరమైన ఊర్వశివే జాలి లేని రాక్షసివే గుండెలోని నాకసివే చేపకళ్ళ రూపసివే చిత్రమైన తాపసివే చీకటింట నాశసివే సరసకు చలి చలిరా ఎలా విడిచి బతకనే పిల్లారా. And from this to one of the most popular songs again. సిల్కు షీర గట్టుకొని చిల్డు బీరు మెరిసినట్టు పొట్లం గట్టిన బిర్యానీకి బొట్టు బిల్ల పెట్టినట్టు బంగ్లా మీద నిల్సోనుందిరో ఓ సందమావ సుఖదాగక చక్కరొచ్చెరో ఏమందమ్మావ. ఫ్రమ్ హియర్ టు ఏ బొమ్మా నువ్వు అంటే గోల్కొండ రిపేర్ చేసి నీ చేతిలో పెడతా నిన్ను బేగంని చేసి ఖిల్లా మీద కూర్చోబెడతా. క్యా బోల్తే ఇస్మార్ట్ శంకర్. So this was a song that I sang for a gangster, Hyderabadi gangster based film. So like this, when I was trying different vocal modulations with the songs, all of them fortunately worked, and I progressed as an artist. But I still wanted to explore something beyond this, and to progress as an artist and to explore new dimensions, I became deeply curious about the greats in the history, and I wanted to know how they approached art, in their own way. So this process led to continuous, self-revelations, some of which I believe can be valuable for any of us as a professional. So in today's world, when we think of what's next, we see two kinds of changes in any field. One is a technological change and one is a foundational change. So when I apply that to the music or the singing part, so technological changes happened over the years. Like there was a time when we had micless concerts, and then came the microphone where the vocalists started projecting their vocals in their own way, and they found new ways of singing. And after that, there was a time where the whole single musical piece or a song had to be recorded in one single take. So all the musicians and the orchestra used to stand in a in a single hall like this, and they used to record a song in one single take. And after that, now we have the technology that's developed where we can record multiple parts separately, collaborate remotely, and mix sounds digitally from anywhere in the world. And coming to the foundational changes that that happened in music. So centuries ago, the Shruti and the Tala system in music was very complex, but we are very fortunate that we had visionaries like Saint Purandaradasa, who is known as the father of Carnatic music. He revolutionized the way music is taught and refined, and he simplified these methods, making music more accessible while ensuring the timeless nature. Though I was traditionally trained in Hindustani classical music, my gurus always encouraged me to see music beyond boundaries, to understand the processes deeper rather than confining myself just to one form. This perspective has allowed me to apply the underlying mechanisms of great music traditions in multiple ways. The reason I bring up this is for the simple fact that innovation is not about randomly creating something new, but it's about deeply understanding the past and adapting it to the present to shape our future. So I believe that this is the universal truth that will work for anybody who is willing to shape their professional future. And one common trait amongst the legends who stood the test of time is that they focused on just being they just didn't focus on being relevant, but also creating some timeless work. So for instance, we have Saint Annamacharya from Tirupati, who used his music to address social class discrimination through this verse, where it says like, నిండార రాజు నిద్రించు నిద్రయునొకటే అండనే బంటు నిద్రాదియునొకటే మెండైన బ్రాహ్మణుడు మెట్టు భూమి ఒకటే చండాలుడుండేటి సరి భూమి ఒకటే తందనానాహి తందనానా పురే తందనానా భళా తందనానా. So in this verse explains like the king sleeps on a comfortable bed. Again, his servant sleeps on floor, but the sleep remains same. There is no discrimination for the sleep that they go through. And the land on which an upper caste person stands on, a land on which a lower caste person stands is the same, and they don't get divided by the elements of nature. So here he used the power of music and art to convey a huge, a deep social message just within a couple of lines. So this sort of made me feel so fascinated. And even to quote an example of Michael Jackson's Earth song, so now we actually, create a lot of awareness regarding the environmental issues and saving the Mother Earth and all. So his Earth song is a testament for, what he tried to do with his art, which I feel is a timeless work. And even in my own career, I've been fortunate to work on projects that carry deeper meaning, just like how I sang the song called Asha Pasham in the introduction section of today's discourse. So while I think of Pandit Bhimsen Joshi or Pandit Ravi Shankar or Michael Jackson or Freddie Mercury and countless others who transcended the time, I would like to coin a term for those who strive for this level of impact as the social architects. Early in my career, I saw myself as a small, powerless entity, just a musician who could do nothing but just entertain people. Over a period of time, I realized that every artist, and in fact, every professional has the ability to contribute to the society in a meaningful way and become the social architect. If one can build a strong process, then innovation and the next step becomes just the adaptation of it. But the foundation determines whether we can embrace the innovation with grace and apply it in a meaningful way. Considering the ongoing advancement of the rise of AI in music, learning and execution will become easier than ever, but the essence of music and basics of life will evolve in ways we cannot imagine yet. And I want to leave you guys here with a final thought that inspiration doesn't have to come from just one source, and it can come from a great artist, a doctor, an engineer, a sports person, or even a roadside Anna who sells the best chai simply by being exceptional at what he does. Our goal should be to inspire each other directly or indirectly, and in doing so, build something truly timeless. Because after all, embracing the next is merely a byproduct of timelessness. Thank you.